Good morning and welcome to Two on the Go Travel. Today we are taking a road trip to Clearwater Beach, Florida. It's been a long time since I've been there. It's been 10 years and that was for a work conference, so I didn't get to check it out very much. And Shane's never been.
Nope.
So we are excited to check this place out, see what we can see, and find some adventures. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready? Let's ride. So we have made it to the Gulf Coast of Florida. First time on the Gulf Coast for Shane, and a long time since I've been here. We have so far driven through Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, and now we're in Dunedin, Florida. And we just stopping for lunch at Frenchie's Outpost. Frenchie's is a really popular establishment on the Gulf Coast. There are 3 or 4 different restaurants. So we're checking out this one. It's one of the smaller ones, but we're hoping it's going to be as good as we have heard.
So we made it here to Frenchie's Outpost to stop and eat some lunch. It has a very extensive menu here.
Frenchie's is a local establishment. They've got several different franchises on the Gulf Coast of Florida. This one, Frenchie's Outpost, I think is one of the smaller ones. The really big primary one, I think, is in Clearwater. We may try it out tonight because the menu, like Shane said, has so much on it. It was really hard to choose, so we'll see how that works out. I may decide to get the same thing again tonight.
So I got the grouper sandwich.
The famous grouper sandwich.
The famous grouper sandwich with fries. And then what'd you get, Melanie?
I got the peach salad with grilled shrimp, and it looks like all of my favorite things in the world, other than chocolate.
Yeah, a little different than what I got, but let's see how it is. All right, so we just finished, and my fish sandwich was very good. It had, it was battered grouper, and then it had cheese, tartar sauce, lettuce, and tomato. It's very good. What about your salad?
That might have been one of the best salads I've ever had. The shrimp was definitely the best shrimp I've ever had, and the dressing is homemade. It was a honey vinaigrette. I never had anything like it, but it was really, really, really good. I cleaned my plate. He did not.
I did not, but it was a good thing because somebody wanted a piece of peanut butter cake, so we'll see how that is when it comes here in just a minute.
Well, he gave us 4 choices for dessert. He said key lime pie, which is traditional for Florida, peanut butter pie, a coconut cheesecake, and a strawberry cheesecake, I think. And when he said the peanut butter pie had an Oreo crust, I was sold.
So here is our dessert, peanut butter pie. All right, so let's see how this is. Melanie's already ate a good bit of it.
I have not. just a couple bites.
That's pretty good. That's real good. Not overly rich, but real good.
So we had just finished at Frenchie's, and I feel like I had an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other because I had the really healthy, nice salad to start with, and then we got the peanut butter pie, and it was well worth every bite. Usually I only take a couple bites of the dessert when Shane and I split it and then make him eat the rest. This time I could have probably eaten the whole thing, although we did split it. So maybe no snack this afternoon, but maybe a return to Frenchie's on the beach tonight in Clearwater. So welcome to Clearwater Beach, Florida. It is a balmy Florida day. It's about 95 degrees, but at least there is a breeze, so that helps out some. Wear your sun hat, wear your sunscreen, and you're good to go. The one thing that we have been extremely surprised about here is the cost for parking. I guess they don't want people just to park anywhere and go sit on the beach all day. So parking ranges between $30 and $40 just for a space for the day. So this is the Clearwater Marina, and they have all types of tours you can take. I'm not sure if you can see the pirate boat over there, but I think Shane would want to take that if we possibly could. However, I'm quite sure it's well out of the price range. It's probably priced for tourists. I guess we are a tourist today, but tourists in our own home state. But everybody is lined up and ready to get out on the water. They have every type of rental you can possibly imagine here, from floating tiki bars to pirate ships to dinner cruises. We may have to come do that sometime, but not today. Now jet skis look awful fun. It's crazy to think about all the money just sitting out here on the marina. Even just the fishing boats. These aren't necessarily the nice huge yachts that you think about, but I would hate to think how much they cost in themselves. But I guarantee you the owners are making their money off of all the tourists, whether it's fishing or sightseeing or dolphin watching or whatever it might be. To one of Shane's favorite places, Ron John Surf Shop. I think this is the last one that we haven't been to. We've been to the ones in Cocoa Beach and obviously Disney Springs. I have to admit, I like them too. We did go to the one in Grand Turk as well, so we'll have to see what shirts and hats we can find. Looks like a pretty big one, Shane.
Maybe.
decided that this part of Clearwater reminds us a lot of being in Honolulu. Very similar to being on Waikiki Beach and having the hotels and the retail below it. Although I have to admit, I haven't seen any of the convenience stores like they have in Hawaii. You can also take the trolley over to Dunedin where we ate lunch earlier today. One thing we're also realizing is that Clearwater has plenty of restaurants and we figure plenty of bars at night. I'm not sure we're going to check out the bars, but it might make me rethink the Frenchies tonight just because there's so many options. It's not so bad when there's a breeze blowing, but when it stops, it gets quite a little bit toasty, so we have enjoyed going in the stores just to get the AC. So this is the kind of beach shop that I could very easily find myself in trouble in. Not that I need any more t-shirts, but they have them buy 3 get 1 free, and all of the colors and palm trees are just the thing that I love to have. And these are actually soft. I'm surprised. A lot of times they aren't. I hate to admit it, but the selection is actually a lot better here than it was at Ron John's for some reason. I think Ron John's was just such a small store. I was so wrong thinking it was going to be big when we went in there, and then it wasn't. I wish it had been this big. Something tells me, though, we will be taking home some shirts from here. It's called Surf Style. Surf Style Clearwater. Surf Style also has a large collection of picture frames and other tchotchkes that you would find in typical beach stores. And I think I even saw some Christmas ornaments a minute ago. And since I collect those, I'm sure one of those will wind up going home with me as well. And for those who like magnets, there's plenty of collection here. Every kind of mug and tchotchke you could possibly want. Welcome to the beach. As promised, Christmas ornaments. So we made it back to Frenchie's. This is Frenchie's Rockaway Grill, and it is directly on the ocean, as you can see right behind them. There's a little bit of breeze, but it's still a little bit warm on here, and it's a little bit loud, so we'll keep you posted as the night goes, but right now we're hanging out at Frenchie's again. Hi again. Like I said, we were back at Frenchie's tonight. This is a different one. This is Frenchie's Rockaway. I think it's one of the originals. And we actually sat outside on the patio because there's music inside. I know most people love the live music. To us, it's a little bit loud. But we both had the grilled shrimp. I had vegetables and fruit, and Shane had...
I had the grilled shrimp as well, but I had vegetables and mashed potatoes.
And the fruit has to be some of the best fruit I have had in a long time. I don't know if we were just hot from being outside or what, but the fruit was just so good. So now we're going to just hang around and wait a little bit. The sunset is at 8:13, so we've got a couple hours. So we're just going to hang around and enjoy the little bit cooler temperatures and then hopefully see the sunset. So Clearwater Beach is unique because it sits not only on the Gulf Coast, but also on the inland waterway. So you have a lot of marinas and a lot of really nice condos that back right up to them. And I'm assuming you can rent these slots if you have one of the condos. I don't know if they come with the property or if it's just part of the extra HOA fees, but this part of the area is a lot more residential than where we were earlier in the day. So you've got condos and residences and probably a few timeshares, but I think it's more than anything, it's either full-time or snowbirds. But it's really nice to be just down here on the water like this. It's a lot, like I said, a lot cooler now, and the sun's kind of getting ready to go down, so we're enjoying the nice weather and the atmosphere here. So a little bit of flashback, a little bit of history. As I mentioned before, the last time I was here was for a work conference, and it was actually held at this hotel. It's called the Sand Pearl. And my mom was able to come with me, and we stayed for, it was actually a week for the conference, and she got to enjoy the amenities of the hotel, and then we just got to spend some time together. So that was a lot of fun.
So here we are at the end of the day. We're out here to see the sunset. It's been a very hot day. Typically we can handle the heat pretty well, but we both got pretty hot. Wasn't a lot less breeze than what you thought it would be out here. So we took a little bit of a rest this afternoon, then got back out, walked around to a bunch of the shops. A lot more crowded out here than we thought it was going to be. Even tonight, good many people out here on the beach. It's a very beautiful beach. The beach is very wide, plenty of room on it, very white, very pretty. But right now we're just kind of sitting and just kind of waiting for the sunset. Good morning. So it's another day. We are over here. What city are we in?
Largo, Florida.
Largo, Florida. We came through some rain showers, so we didn't know how this was going to work out. But for right now, it's kind of clear. We still hear thunder, so we'll have to see how that goes. But we're over here at a farmer's market. It's supposed to be pretty decent and big, isn't it?
It's supposed to be an international farmers market, so I imagine it's got a lot of different cultures and different types of food, so we'll see. We didn't have a very good breakfast at the hotel this morning, so hopefully there's something we can snack on here.
We'll see how this is.
So admittedly, I have been to farmers markets over the years, many times growing up in South Carolina. You know, anything from tomatoes and cucumbers and squash and zucchini, but most of this I don't even recognize, much less know what it is. So I fully expected an international market would have a lot of Hispanic type of foods and attendees here in Florida, but I am almost overwhelmed by the different Asian communities. I mean, every type of Asian community you can possibly imagine. Indian, Asian, I would say Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese. It's just incredible to see all the different people and all the different foods that I don't even recognize. I mean, it's really neat to see all the different nationalities represented. It just makes me realize how much I don't know about all the different foods and vegetables and things that are out there. So the coconuts.
No rain, rain. Rain and no rain. I don't know what to do that.
Of course, I think the rain is helping hold down the crowds just a little bit. It's not bad, just dripping a little bit.
So we are back in the car from walking around at the farmer's market for a little bit. Saw a lot of things that we did not know what they were, but it was very interesting seeing the international flair, a lot different than the farmer's markets we've been to back home, but still very interesting. So now we are going to head back home, and we've had a good little trip down here to Clearwater, walking around, seeing different things, just kind of relaxing some, but we're gonna head back home, and we thank you for joining us.